Okay, and we are back. So, because the screen was already partially full, it took us about 12 minutes, is what the timer says. So, a couple things that I do want to mention is the guys will still continue to harvest while the screen is full. Your orbs will just be placed in bubbles. So you need to be careful, because I've heard of people locking their screen when they have gone to bed with an auto clicker on, and they had so many bubbles that it locked them out of the event, because there was just way too much data. They couldn't open it up again. So just be aware of that as you go forward with the auto clicker and the event. And honestly, with the auto clicker, you really don't need to set this up to have them harvest and go to bed, because it's so much quicker this way than waiting for them to harvest an orb, go drop it off, and then come back and do it again. And they don't wander around and wiggle their wings or whatever it is that they do. So I was talking about partitioning your screen. I'll show you what I do when I merge. See, I've got this section here, and it's divided by the mushrooms and a couple of other things. So when it merges, it only goes down a couple of things, or I'm sorry, it only goes up a couple of levels. So I get more of the orbs, and I don't have to worry about it merging to the nth degree and only getting a couple of items. So this is the best way to get the maximum amount of orbs in the quickest time. So some of the other things that I do want to mention is, if you do happen to have a third flower, you can take this number 5 and put it on the third flower if you want. Or you can leave it merged on top. The other thing is, when your clicker is in play, your screen is locked. You cannot do anything except for hit that start and stop button. So when you hit start, I can't come over here and shift anything around. Well, I can, but it's in between the clicks, and it could really mess up your gameplay or whatever. So don't freak out if you go and try and do something while your auto clicker is running, because you can't. Basically, this specific app is like somebody is touching your screen in your stead. So they're overriding everything, because this system, or this the clickers are on top of the screen, is the best way to think about it. And if you move the screen, because you can do that, you can zoom in and out. If you are on a mouse, or you can't do it with your actual hands, but you can do it with a mouse. So, but that's basically it. So you just need to be careful and remember, your tablet's not messed up if you can't move the screen or do other things while your clicker's at play. And this is my first true tutorial video, so I apologize for all the so's and ums and ands. Hopefully I'll get better as the days go by. I will be posting some of the Mystic Challenge videos up on here, so if you want to learn shortcuts or tricks to those specific levels, you can see how I play them. I usually don't have a problem with the Mystic Challenge beating it. So the one thing that I do want to say is my favorite tool is my precision stylus. I love the precision stylus for playing It makes it so much easier, and I don't accidentally click other things with it. So if you have fat fingers like what I do, switching to a stylus or even a mouse would be something that is a good benefit as far as this game goes. And I will post the times for all the boards. Oh, that's the other thing. When you get my little list of the times for the macros, I would recommend setting up their macros ahead of time. That way all you have to do is press them. So the very first time you set up the system or the game, when you click the exit or the X on the top of the board, it will ask you, do you want to discard, cancel, or save? And I would recommend that you save it as a new macro. Now, when you go to your macro page and you go to macro files, it's going to show as macro with a number, probably number 1. So then you can change that to be whatever name you want it to be. For mine, I have it split between Act 1 and Act 2 because there is a slight time difference between those two different acts. So I have the purple Act 1 and then purple Act 2, which are those first purple flowers. And then I have the twin life flowers as twin 1. I don't really have a twin life as in the second act, so it's not there. But I do have the 3-headed pink, which is the Act 2. There's also the elemental, which is different times because of the 3 dragons that you have rather than just 2. So I do have that as well. I can post those if you would like. Just leave me a comment. And I believe that that is about it. Again, if you have any questions or anything, just hit me up either on this page or this channel or on the Merge Dragon messengers. Thank you for listening.